Today, I'll be introducing you to Spilled. This is a month 3 Stretch Tech project. Group consisted of Taylor Phillips, Corey Sanders, myself, Asher Spur, and Ethan Duvall. So this project is designed to provide tea education to a wide range of people, ranging in disability, age, citizenship, etc. So we come to the Spilled website. We start off with this tea education. We give a synopsis with some information as to what makes a tea a tea. We can go through and then see in detail which types of tea there are and more information about them. So say I want to learn more about white tea and what makes it unique. I have all the steps nicely laid out, and then I can go further and look at what are the main types of white tea. Bai Hao Yin Zen is one that I love, and look at the caffeine content, main ingredients, if there are any, origin, and tasting notes. So I personally love Bai Hao Yin Zen, so I'm going to go ahead and favorite that. And I'm going to go over to my favorites where I can see a list. We can remove those and say, I already know what I'm looking for, but all of our teas and search. And here we have it, Bai Hao Yin Zen.
Our main goal was to utilize TypeScript for its added benefits of static typing, code maintainability, and code quality and scalability. TypeScript was the right choice for Spilled, as we needed to ensure the data being used was of a specific type, which reduced our bugs and improved our application reliability. TypeScript will help with the scalability as it enforces coding standards and best practices. We fetched our data from an open API hosted on Cyclic. While the data was well maintained, there was some data cleanup we needed to do prior to using it. This was done within our component library before setting it to state. The front end is deployed and hosted on Vercel. We chose Vercel due to its ease of use and its auto deployments when PRs are made to our main branch. Looking back on our technologies used, our data could be limiting as it is not currently being added to. We could fetch the data and host our own server if we want to expand on the number of teas stored within our database. This would involve hand-rolling additional tea data and could possibly come from our users if we choose to implement a tea suggestion form.
Of the future work to be done by the team would be focused on backend architecture and accessibility features. So currently the application utilizes session storage to store teas favorited by the user, since the API we use during development only provides endpoints for reading or get operations. The initial goal would be to develop an API with endpoints for each of the CRUD methods so that we could manage user interactions like adding and deleting favorites, and also for the sake of data persistence by having that information stored by the server. The next step would have considerations for scalability, like including user authentication and implementing a database with seeded T data to use in place of app local variables, for instance. Now, regarding accessibility, as is, the Spilled app features standard measures like considerations for contrast and usability without a pointing device like a mouse or a trackpad. Some additional features in mind to include in future versions of the application would be phonetic spellings and pronunciation audio of the T names, and also providing options to switch to different language translations of the app's content besides American English.
When it came to our process, it was very standard. We made a Trello board to keep everything organized and make tasks to assign to people. And then we used Figma to make a wireframe. When it came to communication, we mainly used Slack and checking the Trello board to see if anybody had left any notes or assigned any people roles to our tasks. And then we ended up meeting once a night to make sure everybody was on the same page in our process. That was really great, and I really enjoyed, was working off of each other's branches until the task was done. That way we have less pull requests and merges to main. So if somebody was able to get partway through a task, we would just pull down from their branch and then keep working. And then once everything was done, then we would make our pull request and merge. A really cool technical problem we ended up coming across was trying to get our page to route home if you refresh. And figuring this out took all 4 of us trying different ideas. So Corey ended up figuring it out. And it was a very good learning experience. And I ended up using this in other projects as well. Our process felt amazing to work with and very easy to follow. It turned out great because of it.